I'm back and I have such amazing news to share with you. You guys, happy holidays! I've missed you. I don't even know where to begin. Let's run it back. We're sitting in my current home with a home-worthy home tour, and I feel like once I sat down to create that video, I knew that there was an instant shift that was happening, not just with my life, but my mindset and my journey on YouTube. I have been on YouTube since January of 2019. I do want to take a little step back and talk to you about my journey and where we are today, because it's really important to me that you guys know where my heart is. When I started the channel, it was completely happenstance, by accident. If you watch the very first video on my channel, it was all about why I started my channel. It was by accident. I literally walked into a TJ Maxx and there was a production film crew there. And I think they were looking for women around the country who felt like they were boxed in by stereotypes, society standards. Maybe they put their life on hold to have children, or they moved to another state, or they're caring for elders, whatever it may be. Life happens, right? And maybe you had big dreams at one time that got stifled by just your own limitations. And I think that that's where I was. Even though I had my own interior design practice at that time, I just felt like something was missing. You know, something was disconnected from what I do for a living and what I felt my purpose was in life. I knew that my purpose wasn't just to design these really beautiful homes for affluent clients. I mean, even like right now, I couldn't even afford my own services. So there's something inherently wrong with that entire situation. And it is absolutely true that, you know, I'm looking around my house and it's never been truly designed. I decorated it, I filled it with furniture that I loved, collected over the years. Even some of the home decor items that I decorate with, you know, this is from a lifetime of travel and a lifetime of stories. Yet I had never put my stamp on this house. The house began to feel like it was very limiting for me. After the home-worthy home tour, I really wanted to take a step back and kind of like recalibrate and figure out what was my ultimate mission. Why am I still on YouTube? When I started the channel, I went full force. I was just like, you know, I told my team, we're gonna bang out one video every single week, guys. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, at this point, we're just doing all interior design projects. And they just thought, wow, we're just gonna jump right into this entire community that we have like no idea what to do, but it was always my dream. Here we are. 5.5 years later from when I was awarded that grand prize winning from TJ Maxx. I can honestly say that without that little push, without someone else believing in me, I don't think I ever would have had the balls to start this channel. So January 2019, I started the channel and I'm like banging out content. And then all of a sudden I got pregnant. And here I am. I've had, you know, miscarriages in the past. So I'm trying to hide this pregnancy. The first 6 months that I was on YouTube, I didn't even feel like myself. You know, like my hormones were changing. I was like, you can kind of tell. I came from TV and production. So it was really hard to dial down the personality and the persona that I actually created, my TV personality. Okay, so I'm an on-camera designer. I've been on HGTV, OWN TV, Taste Made Home, Style Network. I've dabbled in reality, and I think the YouTube channel for me was just a way to kind of come back down to earth. You know, like I wanted the audience to get to know me and my design style, my aesthetic, but not just that. I wanted to give really killer design advice, high design advice for luxury clients when I was not a luxury client myself. I couldn't even afford my own services. So starting the channel for me was really a labor of love. It was everything that I wanted homeowners to know about, you know, how to soup up your own house, how to design it with really high design ideas for a very low, affordable budget. Mind you, I was pregnant this whole time, hiding the pregnancy in the first half of the year that I started YouTube. And then as we got a little bit more into the groove, I had this big old belly. You can kind of see back on those DIY videos. I mean, it was wild. I had my team here. I'm working like nonstop, not only creating projects and interiors for my clients, but here I am banging out a brand new YouTube design channel. And at the same time, like bleeding money because I didn't make everything. I didn't monetize the channel until I think like 18 months. Can you imagine week after week paying a team, creating this content? I had a dream, I had a dream, and TJ Maxx believed in me. They gave me that seed money, and here we are. You fast forward 2020, I had a brand new baby, my hormones are out of whack. March of 2020 hits, and now we're in a full-blown pandemic, and I really thank the universe in so many ways, because now that everyone was home, I had a catalog of all of these interior design videos that people were binging, and then my channel blew up. So I thank you. I thank you guys so much for sticking around, for still being here with me. And at the same time, it's like I kind of lost myself in the world of just kind of churning out content. 2020, we're in a pandemic. I have a brand new baby. 2021, I have all of these crazy projects, trying to get pregnant again. And then 2022 hits, and here I am. We have a second baby, like so joyous. We're adding to our family, but I'm so overwhelmed. Like, I wanted to create more content, but I needed to make money. But at the same time, I'm like, hey, you know what? I want to be home with my children. We don't have help. And also at the same time, I grew up with parents who were never there. Okay, I love my parents to death. I'm so grateful for all of the hard work and the sacrifice that they've made for us to kind of have the lifestyle that we have now. But I remember what that was like growing up. We were latchkey kids. My parents had no idea what we were doing. I have these memories of like, where was my mom? Mom didn't help me with schoolwork. I kind of just got it together. I had really incredible teachers who uplifted me. They supported me through my academic career. And I think that's why I excelled. So without parents that were there all the time, I felt like I was really missing the emotional and really physical support. So I knew that when I had kids, I was going to be the most conscious parent that I could think of, just someone who was like actively involved with not only, raising them, but I really wanted to be there for them emotionally. Like, conscious parenting is so important to me. I still continue to hold so much trauma from my own parents' separation. And mind you, my parents didn't separate until I was 26 years old. To me, I'm almost like a full-fledged adult at that time. But I carried so much trauma that I waited a very long time to have children. So here we are now. After the Homeworthy episode aired, we had a lot of internal kind of shuffling with my own team. And to add on top of that, I also had a lot of medical issues that I'm not going to go into detail with. I am healthy. I am happy. I am powerful. These are like affirmations I tell myself. But there was a time when it was probably for a whole year, I was having like back issues that kind of led into leg pain. And I was like limping around for a whole year. You never would have known it. If you started watching my channel from the beginning and you just went through like the different eras with me, there are people on the channel like, I don't even know who this girl is, like, and there's also some like really crazy comments out there that talking about my weight, my looks, it was like fluctuating. Hello, I was pregnant many times, blessed with two beautiful little girls. I'm so thankful, grateful really, that I had the foresight to take this time off. I didn't know that it was going to be 6 months from when you last saw me to now, but here I am, you guys. I'm back, and I have such amazing news to share with you. But before we do that, what have I been up to? A lot of family time. This time off didn't really feel like time off at all, because here I am, I'm still catering to my kids. I'm creating this really cozy haven for them. But like you saw at last, I haven't done anything to the house. And we've been searching for a new home for 2.5 years. I started my home journey 2.5 years ago. I remember that because 2.5 years ago was the first offer we put into our next home. We missed out on that home. Every subsequent home after that just had like a little bit of something to it, right? Like, you go home searching, and like, I love real estate. Clearly, I'm an interior designer. Like, I love homes. I want an old home. I had like this laundry list of things that I was manifesting. I wanted land. I wanted to garden. I wanted a pool. I just wanted a space where the kids can kind of run around. We're also looking for like a really nice close-knit community too, without going too far. So, you know, home after home, like every single weekend, I would drag my husband and my kid. I wouldn't say drag, I mean, they kind of loved it too. You know, take them out to open houses. A lot of open houses that I couldn't even afford. But for me, it's all about manifestation, right? If you don't go and open your eyes up to see what the possibilities are out there, you will always stay stuck where you are. So even though this home, I love it, it's cozy, it's just under 2,000 square feet. The lot size is just under 7,000. It's a perfect starter home, but I want land. So halfway through the summer, I mean, your girl almost had a meltdown, okay? I had just turned 45, okay, 45. I just felt like that was a milestone. And I knew that I had to make a decision, okay? We had been saving up for our next house since I started YouTube. And at one point, I started looking around and I thought, you know, I have to invest in this home. But in order for me to get it to the point where I could really show off my design skills and make it so customized that it felt like a true enclave for my family, I would have had to put in at least like, I don't know, gosh, guys, like $50,000, right? So I was at almost like a standstill. I sat and I meditated and I really just called out to the universe, like, what do I do? Do I dump all of this money that we saved up into this home, or do I keep saving that for our next property? Who knows where we're going to get this property? I look at homes almost every single week for 2.5 years, okay? For 2.5 years, like that's gnarly. There were some like must-haves that I would not concede on. Okay, so the direction of the house was really important for my quad number and my husband's quad number. If you are into Feng Shui at all, I mean, I hope you are. You're watching this channel. I am a lifelong Feng Shui practitioner. I would never call myself an expert. I would actually tell you guys to be careful of those who call themselves an expert, because there's, you know, so much to learn in Feng Shui. But I am constantly learning. I'm a student of life. But there are some things that I will not concede on, right? So the direction of the home. My home right now is a south-facing property, and every single property that we looked at was like east-facing, north-facing. It's not the end-all be-all, but for me, if you can, you know, manifest more auspicious energy into your life with things that you can control, why wouldn't you do that? Like, why would you add more turmoil to your life by purchasing a home that has like inauspicious energy? So energy flow was so important for me. Whatever house that we would find, it would have to feel good. So I was really at a standstill and I was asking the universe, please give me a sign. Please give me a sign. Let me know. Do I hunker down and just pour all of this money into our existing home and really just make it like the home of my dreams for this era right now? Or, you know, do I just keep on looking, keep on searching, or do we just keep on going, continue, boots on the ground, open house every week? Mind you, we are in Southern California right now. It is a buyer's market. The inventory is so low, and then everything out there is like, oh my gosh, sky high prices. And not only that, all of the homes that we bid on, we got outbid, you know, we outbid in cash. Like this is just the market right now in California. So I mean, disheartened is an understatement. There are times where I came home after open houses and we would put in offers and we would get outbid by like 100,000. Like, it was crazy. And I would just cry. You know, I wouldn't cry for like missing out on a home, but I would just like, I would have this feeling like, you know, when's it gonna be us, right? So I have news. I actually didn't think that I was just going to get into this so fast, but I have news to share with you guys, and I am beyond elated for this next chapter of our lives. But we found a house, and it's beautiful. It's everything I dreamed of. You know, it's like checked off all of our boxes. I can see my family growing up there. And I have you guys to thank for it. Like, I could not have done this without our YouTube community. So I have to thank you. And I want you guys to know that supporting me, supporting this channel is not just supporting the views, the likes, the watch, the comments. You're supporting my family. The two little girls that needs their mama at home. You know, my husband, who's like a rock, you guys. He's like the #1 biggest supporter of not just me, our kids, our family, but this channel, okay? Like from the get-go, he helped me buy my equipment. And here we are into our 6th year on YouTube. And I'm back. I'm back with a brand new house. So much amazing content to share, and I just can't wait to pour all of me into this channel. You guys are gonna get to see a whole nother side of Julie Khuu interior design. I know that you're gonna have so many questions, okay? And I'm so excited to get back into the groove, to answer all of your questions. Thank you so much for watching all of these years, for sticking by, knowing that I fell off for a little bit and you guys are still here. Like, that's amazing. Coming up next week, we've got the empty house tour. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. You'll be seeing me on the channel, my husband, my kids, this brand new house. So excited for what's in store. Turn on your notifications. I don't want you to miss a thing. Empty house tour coming up next. Bye, everyone.